And it might seem an unlikely melange, the glitz of the fashion world and the plight of the world's hungriest children. But fashion always grabs the spotlight, and people in the industry have stepped up to channel that attention toward one of the most demanding causes of our time. All over the world, well over 500 million people are living in what the World Bank has called absolute poverty. Every 5 seconds, a child dies because he or she is hungry. Each year, 17 million babies are born underweight because their mothers are malnourished. Over the past decade, more than 100 million children have died from illness and starvation, and those 100 million deaths could have been prevented. Among the Millennium Development Goals which the United Nations has set for the 21st century, having the proportion of hungry people in the world is top of the list. In Ghana, 1 in 3 children under 5 is stunted and 1 in 5 is underweight. Last year, business people, journalists and entertainers came together to take part in a press conference held in Johannesburg to discuss the WFP's latest action in curbing this global phenomenon. On December 22nd in the Ghanaian capital, award-winning fashion designers and entertainers shared the limelight with an ever-urgent cause.
It's good to see that people are refreshingly surprised that something like this has not happened before. Gone are the days, like I said, where we should look outside for others to help us. We have all the resources we need to eradicate this problem here in Africa. It's just a question of us not just talking the talk, but actually getting up and doing something about it.
Young orphan models in Kiki designs made a colorful entrance with a range expressive of Afro-urban culture.
It's such an honor to be part of something that's so necessary, you know, in terms of eradicating child hunger globally. And it's just such a privilege to be part of it. And it was so nice to use orphans as child models. You know, it was their first time modeling. And I think they did an excellent job. And it's just a wonderful experience all round, you know, for the orphans, myself, the other designers and artists involved. So, yeah.
Other celebrated names that took part in the fashion event included Araba Hackman of Alaba Designs, Kofi Ansah and Nigerian-born Diola Sego, who has given African fashion in the 21st century the most radical expression imaginable.
The inspiration for my range is basically wearing what you feel, feeling what you wear, loving what you feel and feeling what you love. So it's just a myriad of things, and it just all came together quite nicely tonight, I think.
What was titled the Event of the Year in Ghana featured a long list of high-profile international and national designers. Highly acclaimed Bill, South Africa's Stone Cherry, produced a show-stopping range, touched with more feminine class, combining chic elegance with that raw street-smart tact the label has become synonymous for. The stage was painted with bold color combinations, curved and straight lines, brilliant and opaque hues.
The whole idea with the campaign is that it's a tool, it's an aid to the existing programs that UNWP have. Walk the World, which CATWALK the World is a spin-off, it's a charity walk that takes place once a year in over 90 countries, and it's very successful. But we were trying to do a campaign that had a little bit more high profile, and hence, you know, CATWALK the World awareness for Stop Child Hunger.
Finally, we Africans helping Africa, and with this we're going to be able to make the world even more aware of what is happening.
And the highlight of the show was Ghanaian-born designer Oswald Boateng, creative director of the Givenchy House. The evening came to a glittery end, but for the founders of this initiative, the show goes on as they set to prepare for similar shows throughout the continent and beyond. That was African fashion stepping up to the table.